So let's play hypotheticals here. If the Democrats were indeed to take the House of Representatives, what would the president do to react to that? If he was busy with executive orders and the like, with having a full run of the table with Republicans in charge of Capitol Hill, what would he do in that event? Former Attorney General under President Bush 43, Judge Alberto Gonzales joins us right now. What do you think, Judge?
Well, who knows? I'm assuming that the president's going to exercise whatever authority he has, either through persuasion or through procedures like executive orders or executive proclamations, and try to move forward to address the problems that confront our country. But obviously, his job as president will become much more difficult if the Democrats control one house, and so it just remains to be seen how he's going to respond, how he's going to react to that kind of situation.
You know, some presidents are very effective at parlaying that to their favor. Bill Clinton, after the Gingrich Revolution, obviously signed on to a lot of the, conservative messages, welfare to work and all of these things, and also playing off the other side, getting too cocky, the government shutdown and what have you. Obviously, right after that in '94 and '96, he's reelected by an easy margin. So this president could do the same thing, right? And even Barack Obama, losing a good number of seats, in 2010, came back to get reelected. I mean, there is something to work that in the president's favor. What do you think of that?
Oh, and I think he's been very effective, quite frankly, in setting up sort of a straw man. It's someone that he can energize his base to go after. The other thing we can really account for, Neil, is world events. If something were to happen, like a 9/11 type of attack or something overseas that might really affect our national security, that's going to galvanize the American public. I think it'll galvanize Congress. We saw it after the attacks of 9/11, where Democrats and Republicans came together to support the president. So a lot remains to be seen in terms of what's going to happen, even if the Democrats do win the House.
Maybe I'd like to tap your legal expertise here, Judge, if you don't mind. We've heard from Charlie Gasparino and others that if the Democrats were to take the House, they're going to be going after him to subpoena documents, everything from what he knew and who he knew about Russia et al. To tax records and the like. How compelled is he to do what they say?
Well, if you're talking about interaction between the executive branch and the legislative branch, the president would have the ability to assert executive privilege. That is something that's been recognized by the Supreme Court. That'll be based upon a recommendation by the Attorney General that the circumstances exist for the president to assert privilege, and a recommendation by the Attorney General that the president should assert privilege. So that does give him a weapon to fight these kinds of requests. And obviously, there's always a dance between the executive and legislative branch with respect to access to information, and that dance is a slow one and it will take time. And so, again, I think this president will be well equipped. He'll be well advised to do the things that he needs to do to work with Congress to provide information that he should provide, but also to exercise the prerogatives to protect the privileges of the executive branch going forward.
Thank you very much, Judge Alberto Gonzales. We'll see how this all sorts out here.